Okay, so in this video, we are going to look at expressing as a percentage. Okay, so this is writing something as a percentage. Okay, so whether you've got a fraction, whether it's a test score, or whether it's a certain amount of a total, and how do we write that, and how do we get that as a percentage using our calculators? So we kind of got two steps to do. Okay, the first thing is we're going to express it as a fraction, and then we're going to take our fraction and multiply it by 100. So if we look at a couple of examples, the first one, we've got a cereal bar, weighs 24 grams, and the cereal bar contains 3.8 grams of protein. Work out the percentage of cereal bar that is protein, okay? So I first need to write that as a fraction, okay? So I've got a total of 24 grams. So my 24 grams is going to go on the denominator of my fraction. Now, 3.8 grams of the bar is protein. So that 3.8 is going to go on the numerator. Okay, so that's me expressing it as a fraction. And then I'm going to take my fraction and I'm going to times it by 100. Okay, so I'm going to type that whole thing into my calculator. And I'm going to make sure it looks exactly as I've written it by there. And I get 15.8333. And you'll notice your calculator continues that 3, so that means it's recurring. So we've got a couple of different ways we can write that. I can write it as 15.83 with a recurring dot above the 3. That tells me the 3 goes on forever. Or we could round it as well. Okay, but if we do round it, we need to make sure that we're telling the reader what I've rounded to. So let's say I've done 2 decimal places. Okay, so let's look at another one. Now, this is the main reason why we want to do working out percentage, okay? Because if you see here, James has got some test scores here. So he got 30 out of 90 in music. He scored 48 out of 150 in drama. And he scored 35 out of 120 in his art test. Okay, so I want to know which test did he score the highest percentage. Now, they're all out of different numbers, okay? So comparing these tests can be hard if we just look at the numbers, okay? So we've got to try and get a percentage here, and that's the best way for us to compare it. So we're going to work out the percentage for each one. So the music, he got 30 out of 90, and then I'm going to times it by 100. Okay, and again, my calculator, I get 33.33 recurring. So I can write ... or I can also write it as 33.3 with a recurring sign on top. Okay, if we want to round, that's fine, but I'm going to not go into because I think it's better for us to compare. Right, drama, he achieved 48 out of 150. And I'm going to times that by 100, and that comes out as a nice whole 32%. And then drama, he got 35 out of 100, sorry, art, he got 35 out of 120, 35 out of 120 times 100. And he got 29.166 ... Okay, so again, I can rewrite that as 29.16 recurring. So here's my test scores, okay, my percentages. And we can see from looking at these that the highest percentage he got was in music. So James scored the highest percentage in music. Okay, whereas if I just gave you the numbers, okay, you'd probably tell me that I would get the best one he did was drama because he got the most marks, okay? But however, it was out of the most marks as well. So the percentage takes that into account. And that's how we calculate and use percentages.